This is TWiT.
We all want more speed, and most of us blame our ISP for slow downloads, unusable upstream, and laughable pings. But what if the problem isn't the ISP, but rather the cheap modem router combo that you get in your package? And what if you're a gamer who is constantly screaming at your monitor because a laggy opponent just clipped through a wall and stole your kill? And what if I told you that both of those problems could be solved by getting a single piece of gear? The XR500 is the latest in Netgear's Nighthawk line of networking hardware designed for the avid gamer. Tipping the scale at just under $300, it's definitely on the pricey side of routers, but this isn't so much a piece of high-end routing bling as much as it is a turnkey solution for online gamers who can't even deal with high ping times and laggy opponents. But we'll get to that in a bit. The XR500 is stocked with all the hardware you might expect from a $300 home router. It's powered by a 1.7 GHz dual-core processor and features dual-band 802.11 AB, GN, and AC wireless. It has 4 gigabit LAN ports, 1 gigabit WAN port, and enough firepower to do non-blocking full speed on all of them. For expansion, the XR500 has 2 USB 3.0 ports on the side of the router. These can be used to connect external storage, peripherals, or USB-connected broadband devices. Combined with the Duma OS operating system and its ecosystem of apps, the XR500 is one flexible piece of gear that comes really close in expandability to my favorite routers from Synology and Asus. Now, performance is fantastic. Full-speed gigabit Ethernet ports and second-wave 802.11 AC wireless rated for 2.6 gigabits per second are rock solid. I didn't have a single drop or disconnect during the testing process. It managed to cut through 3 stories of an old building that had previously been served by 3 Apple airports. And it did it with a far higher average bandwidth and solid connectivity. Better still, if you're using the default modem router from your ISP, you'll probably notice a marked increase in external bandwidth just because the XR500 routes packets much more quickly than a generic no-name brand device. At the test location, the basic Comcast router was getting 14 megabits per second downstream. When I replaced it with the XR500, the downstream jumped to 22 megabits per second with no other changes to the network. Of course, the XR500 is a gaming router, and it's in gaming that it shines. The Duma OS has QoS features that optimize gaming better than any router that I've ever tested. The network monitoring and QoS apps work in concert to protect the bandwidth of any device that you mark as gaming gear. On the WAN side, you can configure the XR500 to automatically reject incoming connections that don't meet your requirements for ping and bandwidth. This means that you have the power to automatically block online players who would adversely affect your gaming sessions. If you're a gamer, that is well worth the price of the XR500. In the end, the XR500 is a well-designed, well-appointed router with phenomenal performance at a premium price point. That price point puts it at a disadvantage when compared to high-end routers from other premium manufacturers if you're just going to use it to stream video and check email. But if you're a gamer and if you long for the killer connection, it's money well spent. I'm Father Robert Ballecer, the digital Jesuit, for TWiT TV.